My name is Dion Johnson. This is Feel the Sky, my 10-year survey exhibition at Azusa Pacific University. This painting is called Edge 2008. It's a watercolor on paper, and the show starts with this piece. It's a small experiment that I did working just with hard edge color field, and it's the springboard for the other works in the show. Just giving myself simple rules of using 3 colors, working from top to bottom, and bold color. It really created a new energy in the picture, and instead of a narrative, it's more about sensations. This is a painting called Frost 2009. After doing a series of watercolors, I took it to the canvas and started to experiment with translucent glazes and changing the shapes a bit. So there's wedges and curves. So from color to color, things segue from aquas into synthetic magentas into these deep pools of maroon. And there's a balance and shifting where everything comes together into a single picture. These 2 pieces on this wall were done in different years. However, for this exhibition, it's great to see them together. One body of work fuels the next body of work, and the small painting is called Slide, where things were activated on this diagonal axis. And the larger painting, Flip Side, picks up on that momentum and becomes almost like a portal with these colors shifting across as different spectrums align. This show is an opportunity to look back over 10 years and really see from one step to the next. So for me, it's an experience of tracing where I've been and how things relate. It's a new viewing experience, even though they're old paintings. This painting is called Stream, and I can credit my friend with coming up with the title in the way we were looking at it together in my studio, and she was able to reference in the upper left and the lower right, and there's this activity that seems to be flowing in and out of the picture, and the actual rectangle captures the heightened moment of this activity flow. And so there's a lot of terminations, there's a lot of like starts and stops, but it all remains like one cohesive picture, and then it's a picture that flows beyond the edges of the piece. This is another work on paper, but different from the watercolor in that this is acrylic on a mounted piece of paper, so it's much more like a canvas. But I still enjoy doing works on paper as a way to experiment, try out new colors, new moves. And so this is a more intimate view of what will lead to the next body of work. This is a piece called Sting. So with that little bit of activity in yellow, just kind of playfully referencing Bumblebee and this kind of quiet little moment. This large painting is called Feel the Sky, which is the same title as the exhibition. It's from 2014 and is referencing landscape and atmosphere without being specifically a representational picture of a landscape. I like to think about this piece as looking up at the sky at different times of day. On the left, this deeper blue, more towards twilight or midnight. And on the right, midday, a bright noon sky. And the activity, these wedging stripes and shapes that segue from left, center, and right represent like a passing of time, or perhaps daydreaming thoughts, even the yellow rays of sunlight as you feel the heat while standing submersed in this environment. For me, Southern California and landscape environment are very important to what the pictures are and how they feel. This painting is called Next, and like many of my paintings, there is an up and down axis, this tension either falling down or stretching upwards. and the way in which colors become almost sounds or chords within the picture. There is this hum or harmony as you move left and right across it. The way in which these slices into the white space become almost disappearing, or sharp little razor edges heighten the tension and really make the tempo of this piece pick up as you skate across it. This painting represents a change in how I'm putting together the large areas of color on the left and right in this piece. There is a transition, a gradient from a deep hot red into a cool fuchsia magenta. And the way in which that brackets the center activity moves at a different pace. It hovers, it floats, while it compresses this energy in the center that becomes much more vibrating while we ease into the left and to the right. And it's a new way to experience color for me, and something that I'm continuing to explore. This is the latest painting in the show, finished just a few weeks before the show opened, and I was really glad to put it in because it opens up so much on the right side with that expansive, deep space, referencing like the Romantics like Friedrich or Turner, while the left-hand side begins to put together bits and snips of stripes and shapes in a way where there's a big jump from left to right, but the whole painting feels cohesive, like it's just a very complex personality, and you get to step into it and step out of it and see a full range of different ways of looking at color.